All right, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. Today we're updating some 2021 goals. Not updating, but kind of like relaying what I was trying to do in 2021. And I've set each month, I kind of set like smaller goals that I want to help accomplish my bigger 2021 goals. So we're gonna go over that. This is different from my channel because normally it's straight up panning and that's about it. And yeah, on my resolution / 2021 goals video that I did, one of you all was like, this is great content, would love to see more of this. And I was like, I actually really enjoyed doing this, and I love putting out my goals because hopefully it holds me accountable. That's the goal of the goals. But yeah, that's like kind of, what I want from these videos. And if nothing else, maybe it'll help motivate others out there, throw some accountability for each other, and yeah, kind of talk about what we're doing and how we're doing it. And yeah, it'll be fun. And I really liked all the wonderful comments that I got from my last video about the goals. And you all told me your goals and all of that, like your 2021 goals and / resolutions. I like the word goals than resolutions because I feel more empowered in them. So yeah, that is what we're doing. So in the beginning, my overall 2021 goals is be in less debt, aka pay off bills. My only big debt right now is my school tuition or loans, my school loans. I just graduated in 2020, spring 2020. So yeah, I have student loans, and thankfully the last I checked, it was all payments due to COVID were kind of put on a pause. Like, you don't have to pay it off, and also interest doesn't accrue. I think I'm saying that wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong. Until it was January 31st. But thankfully, they extended that to September 30th. So I'm still paying. I'm trying to pay a little bit to try and get that in before interest rate comes in. And yeah, I'm trying to pay what I can. However, still also looking for jobs. So we'll see. I'm trying to do my thing. But one of my goals was to pay a little chunk of that this month, and I actually doubled that chunk. So I put double what I was hoping to put towards that. So that's good, because I was also kind of afraid. I was like, oh my gosh, what if they don't extend that? Then what am I going to do? It's going to be even closer. But yeah, so I did double the payment. And then also one of the things is I had at the beginning 127 unread books on my bookshelf, and those are just unread books. I have a book collection, and those are just unread books. That's too many books, physical books. So one of my goals this month was to read 3 physical books, and those were, I read Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. This was really, really good. Highly recommend. I have Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Okay. I'm sure there's a lot of fun stuff about it, but now that I'm not in school, I'm like, ooh, I kind of want, because I was an English lit major, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe we should take half a step back on those classics, because, without the education behind it, sometimes they fall a little flat for me, because classes just bring so much more that I didn't already know, on first reading. So yeah, but not my fave. And then I read the Midnight Library by Matt Haig. This was also really, really good, I thought. And yeah, so those are the 3 that I was reading. I actually was reading the other 2, and then I started the first 2, and then I started on I think this is the 3rd novel of the Game of Thrones series by George R.R. Martin. So I was starting to read this, but I just couldn't get that into it. I'm 100-something pages into it, but I wasn't grasping it, so I just really couldn't get those big chunks of reading that I wanted to do. So then I went ahead and went on to Matt Haig to complete my 3 physical book goal for the month, because I knew I was not going to get through. This has 900 pages of it, and I was barely reaching 100 by day, in this last week. So I was I needed to get that going. But I think I'll pick that up later. But yeah, I'm going to continue reading it. However, I'm just not able to really push through it for some reason on that book. Next, for my 2021 goals was to learn 2 songs on the guitar. Well, my goal then for this month was to practice on the guitar for 20 hours. I did not even come close to that. I found that I have to work on my finger dexterity and flexibility, which I didn't even know that was like a thing. Who would have thought? But I just like can't grip it very well, like at all. So yeah, I'm trying to build up the muscles and the flexibility in my hand. So there's that. And that being said, I can only like practice for a little bit at a time. So the only hours I logged like an hour and 30 minutes. However, I do know I've done like hand exercises, which are like, I don't know, I'll hopefully link a YouTube video of the ones that I saw if I can find it, if I can remember. But I did like hand exercises. So I do those like 2 minutes at a time. So there are hours in there, or like minutes in there, I should say, that I didn't log, but definitely not 20 hours. I'm gonna have to readjust that goal for February for sure. Yeah, and then there were a couple of writing goals, like one that I didn't quite reach, but then I've reached another type of writing goal that I had. And my writing goals, I'm trying to keep a little bit more closely to me. The other one that I was kind of talking about was my NaNoWriMo, winning NaNoWriMo. Well, NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month, and that takes place in November, starting a novel from like scratch and like writing, I can't remember the exact word count, but it's basically like writing a first draft of your novel. However, there's going to be, well, depending, I know that some people go in a little differently, but I'm going to prep. And so the prep that I've basically set for myself this month was to plan what my plan what I'm going to prep for the next coming months. And so one thing that I know that I'm going to do is for February is I'm going to read Save the Cat Writes a Novel, which has been recommended to me from my professor, and also I know a lot of people on YouTube channels have also like recommended this, and this is by Jessica Brody. And yeah, so I'm gonna read that, take lots of notes, figure things out, just so I have that like fresh in my mind in terms of structure and story and all of that. I planned out other things as well. I have like things that I want to read, do in each month. Like March is going to be dedicated to researching and trying to collect the data of like whatever it is that I'm trying to write. I know what I'm trying to write, but I'm keeping it kind of close to the chest. And then the next thing was I want to prioritize my health in 2021. So I've done that. I've been updating on like doctor's visits and dentist visits and all of that, and been going great on that, you know, spending money where it needs to be spent. And then also I wanted to work out 20 out of 30 days. And I didn't reach it quite. Let's see. So I reached, well, and this is the 30th today. I've reached 15 out of the 30 days, or out of the 20 days that I wanted to reach, which is, I think, pretty good. I also kind of said like a soft goal was I have a bunch of YouTube videos that I've like saved on my watch later of like workout videos that I want to do. And my goal was, I had like 300 approximately up there. Well, I double checked today and I'm like at 250 something. So that's good. I did not do 50 videos for sure. I think I was like under 300. I think I was like at 290, but also there were other videos in there that like I've kind of nixed out or like watched, or that weren't all workout videos. And a lot of them were video, like I like to do like approximately 3 videos a day. And they're like a warm-up video, and then like a stretching video, a yoga video, or, you know, actual like cardio type workout or whatever. So they're different types of videos. So that's that. That's where that came in. So I have made some progress there. However, like right behind it, like there's always new ones coming in because I am subscribed to some channels and clicking go ahead. And so I'm not really counting them in that number. Like they're coming in after the ones that I'm like talking about, if that makes sense. So there's not more going into that number, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so I've, you know, nixed about 40 videos, give or take. My next goal was to keep up my YouTube channel. And so for my own personal goal I didn't really have anything for January other than post the videos that need to be updated. And I think I've kind of done that. I think I'm sure I could be, you know, one of those YouTubers with like a schedule, but that's never really worked for me. So yeah, I mean, I'm doing my thing. I'm not missing videos, but I have had where I've posted nothing for like a week and a half and then posted 2 videos in a row, like one day and then the next day not posting another video. But whatever, you know, like you have other YouTubers for consistency. That's not gonna be me. And then I also have for my 2021 goals is never lose a day, meaning write down what you do each day because I tend to forget. And so, and especially right now with like trying to be creative and like trying to find jobs, I'm like, sometimes it's really easy to get discouraged. But if I'm writing down what I'm doing, where it's like, oh, you've applied to a couple jobs today, or you did this, or you did that, or you've read, or you wrote, or whatever, I'm like, oh yeah, I have done things today. I'm doing stuff, I'm writing down, I didn't lose a day. I've been keeping up on that. There have been days where I like didn't write down like a couple days in a row, but then I go back and I'm able to like write it down. Maybe not as like much as I would like to, but I do think that each day I've been very productive, if not like doing something major or semi-major every day. It's like a day of rest and I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense because after this whole week you've worked really hard and you had your like day of rest, and that's productive as well because you need to re-energize. So that is what I did this January. And for next month, I've already set my goals for next month as well for February. However, I think what I'll do is maybe in February, end of February, I'll go ahead and just come on and say like, hey, these were my goals and this is what I did to them. So yeah, please let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your goals were for this month or are for next month, or what your 2021 goals are and how you're trying to, you know, improve them or get to them. And I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you did. And that would be great. Have a good day. Bye.